Hi.
Hello.
This is David.
This is Brooke Kindle, a fallen Avalon.
Spelled a fallen.
Avalon. Music from Live Oaks. This is his baby.
Is he going to be performing today? Is he performing today?
No, he is not. No,
okay.
He's in charge of getting the music.
Oh, good to
He will
know.
be speaking for us today.
Very cool. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he will be performing for us. And you will be performing for us here real soon.
Yay. David, tell him who you are. Tell him what chat do it.
I'm David. Arlington Nights. We promote all the live music in town. Every club, every venue, every street corner has live music we know about. Every single day. Check it out. Spread the word. Welcome to Arlington Nights. Chattanooga. This is Edwin. She's the future of music, by the way. She going on break? It's hot.
Check. Testing, check. Alright, so I'm going to start off with my acoustic version of Toxic. Baby, can you see I'm tired? I got control. Warning, it's dangerous. I'm tired. There's no way I'll throw away. I'm leaving, baby, you need it. It's dangerous. And I'm ready. Too high, you can't come down. You say my best feel around it down. You feel down. It's such a waste when a girl who's going to your brother's face. And the girls are learning how to cut pace and poke around the leaves till it's okay. Hi, kids forever, because our skin turns into leather. Don't be dramatic, it's always a classic. No one will love you if you're unattractive. Oh, do it, tell me, is it true? Kindness, beauty, does the new piece want you wanting? Will the pretty things make it better? Oh, so potato and tell me, how do you afford surgery? Do you swear you'll stay forever? Even if our face don't stay together. Stay forever, stay forever. Even if our face don't stay together. Stay forever, stay forever. Even if our face don't stay together. Stay forever, stay forever. Even if our face don't stay together. Stay forever, stay forever. Even if our face don't stay together. Tell me, is it true? Pain is beauty. Does a new face come with a warranty? Will a pretty face make it better? Oh, so potato and tell me, how do you afford surgery? Do you swear you'll stay forever? Even if a face don't stay
But thank everyone for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you, Evelyn. She'll be back when we're done talking a little bit here. Welcome to Arlington Nights Chat and News. For the people that stand there by the bar, thank you for being here, Don. Appreciate that. What we always do to begin with is we just go around the room and introduce who we are, what we do, and why you're here. We're going to start with you, Don, because you're here. Who are you?
Just tell them who I was.
They don't know what to do.
I'm drinking whiskey and water right now.
It's nighttime. He is a singer-songwriter. He's played here before. He plays at J.R. Bentley's. He's played at Grease Monkey. He's a good singer-songwriter. So glad you could be here for us, Don.
Happy to be here.
Jerry, back in the back.
Me?
Yes.
What about Jerry Ward?
What was the question,
You
bro?
can do a little bit better. He wants the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame to be here in Arlington. He's been working on it for a few years.
I've been working on the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame here in Arlington.
Ammo Productions, he puts in most of the music at Diamond Gems. He has a band that was one of the bands that first started here when Pantera was around, so he's actually a local legend, so to speak, in Arlington, if you want to. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, sir.
Ken.
I'll
So
go
to
next.
speak.
He's
So
on
to
the
speak.
street. Ken, Diana Martin, we work with them at Diamond Gems for the music.
They're members of Rogue
We
Radio.
don't talk.
He does talk, we've heard him.
That's why we sent them up.
Bill.
No, Bill Bullen, I'm his faithful sidekick, I guess. Helping do stuff.
It is a little early for him, so forgive him.
Yeah, we played last night. No, we did sound.
We worked last night.
I'm still on
I'm
the
Kathy, you're next.
Hi, I'm Kathy Valadez. I'm a fan of music and also am a photographer.
Hey, Kathy, how's it going, man?
I'm alive.
Good to see you.
She gets around more than most of us too, so she
Yeah,
does
man.
part
She's a
well.
sweet lady, man.
Brad West.
I'm Brad West. I play in several different music projects, a couple of full bands, and a couple of acoustic projects. I'm just here to support David. I mean, what he's doing here is great.
Yep.
Hopefully we get some music on here.
Thank you, Brad. Gregory.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey Ricketts. I'm a harp teacher.
Oh,
That's cool.
I teach people to play the concert harp, but I also play the concert harp in the Circle of Peace band. We're a psychedelic rock band situated over here in Euless. We've been together for about 6 years. We played at Groovy Goods open mic thing. We did Poor David's Pub. We played at the Sons of Herman Hall several times, doing part of their Sunstock gathering every year. Yeah, sometimes Gene will play us on his Notes from the Underground on KNON. And we basically are an original rock band that want to do more than just play in the studio and record. We got hours, literally hours of music on line. If you just do a search, you'll see video of this band from its very inception, where we sounded like absolute dog shit, through till today, where we're sounding pretty tight. It's taken a while. We're going through some possible personnel changes. Our drummer, he's involved in several projects. He's Alan Litt. He hangs out at the Sons of Herman Hall all the time, so he knows a lot of people, and so he's always playing in a lot of different bands, and he's expressed his desire to not record with us anymore, but he'll play live with us if we get gigs. That's cool. I mean, I'll play with him if we get gigs.
Drummers, man. Every drummer's in 3 or 4 bands, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. And, you know, when it comes to the recording studio, I don't know, these days I'm having a pretty good time with my iPad and my Logic Pro playing drums myself. Being able to mix it exactly the way I want it to mix, you know. But anyway, that's enough band drama. You know, you watch enough A&E to know every band goes through this shit.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And this is your sidekick, right?
I'm a guitar player in the band too, and we are original band. We all contributed musically to this band. Though Jeffrey has got the static hill of history.
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. But you talking about the history. Back in the '80s, Glass Onion, and '90s, a band called Dream Playing. You know, but we're still doing that music from way back then too.
We won't let go. We just won't let go.
Good music.
We didn't get hired to let go.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, don't worry, all the answers are online.
Okay, cool.
Joe?
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
She want to know.
I want to know.
Oh, more about me?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess I hold on because I've always been trained for this, whether I could remember it or not at any given time in my life. So I'm just excited. For me, this is part of the halls I need to walk through, and I'm happy to be here.
We appreciate it. Thank you. We have a school teacher over here.
Hi, I'm Victor. I live here and I make music. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Next.
Got a cool band. So what's the band name?
Oh, I play in a band called Spenny Baby. It's like an updated ELO. I think that's the best way to put it.
Without the violin
We like
player.
you all.
Yeah. And I also play a ton in the area. I love to play. I think anybody here is like, we'll just take whatever gig, you know, as long as it's beneficial. So I just play a lot.
Yeah, fun band too.
Thank you.
Obviously, you do a selfie.
I know, I'm sorry. Exactly, so that we're all aware that there are musicians that are here in Arlington, that we don't have to go to Dallas, we don't have to go to Fort Worth, and we can create a scene here where there is a market. There are people who want music. There's so many musicians that are here based in Arlington that are going other places, and so we're trying to create this buzz here, I think. So that's what my part in Arlington Nights is. But I'm starting a new project called Adam Marie with my friend Wes AA, who's also in a project called Wes AA and the High Five Hooray. He's been doing music and open mic nights in Arlington for a few years now. He was here.
Took over.
It did. Yeah. If you ever want to bring him back, he's available. We're trying to get a Monday night, actually. We're shopping for a bar to do a Monday night, because that's the only night of the week right now. I think that we don't have an open mic in Arlington. But we have one every night of the week, and Arlington Nights is promoting all these open mics too. So we have a platform for all these musicians to come and to hone their crafts, and we've got great musicians, but the bars don't really care. The bars want people who have friends on Facebook and who have a following, and they don't really care if you're good or not. So we're trying to change that and shift that to where it's the good musicians who are actually getting these gigs, and the people want to come to the bars, and the bars promote because they've got good musicians that are going to be here, and they want to provide that for their customers. So I think there's a lot of money to be made that we're missing out on, and I think that there are a lot of talented musicians that don't have a place to perform, and why not? There's so many bars and venues here. So that's I guess that's my spiel. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Well, here is hopefully going to bring in a lot more new music into Arlington. He'll be speaking for us here in just a few minutes. I'd like to tell everyone who you are before you get up here.
Sure, I'll elaborate a little bit in a minute. I guess I'm supposed to give a speech. I'm not sure what it's about yet.
We'll
figure it out there in a minute. But my name is Brooks Kendall. I work for a company called Avalon Productions, which in short is opening the new Live Oak Music Hall right here behind the Shipley's Donuts and the new Lester's outdoor bar, which will also be a music venue.
Thank you for being a part of this and for speaking for us here in just a few minutes here. Michael.
We'll give it to her for a second.
Evelyn.
Okay, I'm Evelyn, and I've been playing and singing at the Live Oak. I've been on Boost Talk Radio. I did the Main Street Art Festival. I do open mics here and on tap. I played at World of Beer recently. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Arlington Light Up Arlington fireworks show. And
She's an up-and-coming singer-songwriter. I'm Michael, I'm her dad. I own Michael's Guitar Studio in Arlington. We are a lesson studio where we teach guitar, drums, bass, mandolin, ukulele, piano, whatever. We're a music lesson studio in Arlington, Southwest Green Oaks and I-20. So this is all about her.
I also do J.R. Bennett.
Oh yeah.
And he's her roadie too.
I'm the roadie. I carry everything in here and I'll carry everything out.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I want to talk about a few things first, and then we'll get with Brooks here up here, and then I'll talk about a few more things, and we'll get everyone back up here. And I'm sure the bar would enjoy if you took all the drinks you could before you get done here. So.
I don't like the mic. I'm going to come up here. I got T-shirts for sale, $10 each, bumpers, stickers, whatever I call them here. If you want some of these Arlington Nights to pass out to your friends, relatives, hotels, club owners, anyone you want to, take as many as you want here. If you really want to know what Arlington Nights is about, grab one of these. Most people think I'm a bar. They want to know if I can play at your bar. No, you can't play at my bar. It's hard to explain to people what we are.
Can we come to your house and play?
Yes, you can. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a member of Arlington Proud, Texas, proud to call it home, which is a bigger part of Arlington. So if you're part of Arlington, you really care about the music, the arts, everything else going on, check it out. He promotes everything there. So, next chat and do is going to be August 6th at the Mavericks. We're going to have Trip Weather playing for us there. We're going to have Robert Shepard, which is a city council member, speaking for us. He's also the bass player for the Brad Thompson Band, which will be playing tomorrow night at 11. So he'll be able to tell us a little bit about the politics of music from a musician's point of view, hopefully. We'll see what happens. So, I want to talk about a few things because I've been doing this 4 years now and it hasn't really changed the culture, the mentality of the club, and everything else. But I think with a lot of places coming in town, in 2 years it's going to be different. So I wanted to talk one-on-one your opinions about some of the places coming into town. We're going to start with Texas Live. Has anyone heard about it? Everyone know what Texas Live is?
No.
It's going to be across from the new ballpark, which is being built. It's going to have 200,000 square feet of entertainment, restaurants, facility. PBR is a country western bar that has a flagship in Las Vegas. This one's going to be even bigger. This will be the biggest PBR. I think it's going to be a 7,000 square foot balcony there. They're going to hold 5,000 people there. It's going to be a live music entertainment venue 7 days a week. They're going to have the major floor area. They're going to have 12 restaurants around it. What's his name? From the Food Network. What's his name? He's got a restaurant coming up. There's going to be a barbecue place. There's going to be another 8 to 10 places in. Jeff Williams was telling us about it last month. You got the Lowe's Hotel is going to be building a 300-room hotel, 14-story luxury hotel in the middle of it. So we are actually going to get that hotel for Arlington to bring people in here to stay. So it's going to have live music 7 days a week. We'll see what happens here. I think that's going to help change the mentality of what people are doing in Arlington here. Along with the new stadium, which is now going to hold up to 40,000 people, it's going to have the retractable roof on it. The main reason they did that was so they can have concerts and other type of events in there besides just baseball game. So it won't be 80 or whatever 70 game homestand every year. It's going to be a year-round type of event center to go along with Texas Live. So I think those two events, and then they're going to revamp the old stadium. They don't know exactly what it's going to be. It's basically a $4 billion project they're doing over there to redevelop, invest into Arlington. I think that's going to change what people actually see in Arlington. From that point of view, you got the Rangers, Cowboys, Texas Live, hotel, live music 24/7. It's interesting to see. Anyone got any thoughts on that? Or anyone's heard anything different? Anyone think it's going to be good for Arlington?
Absolutely.
So hopefully they'll redevelop the rest of the area there because there's a lot of prime land over there. I think they could do a lot of work with if they wanted to be here. Lester's backyard, we'll let him talk about that here in a little bit. East Main Street, we had the East Main Street Art Festival last year for the first time, which was a big success.
we did it again this year. I think it was a great success. We had cool people playing there.
Yeah.
Cool people, Captain, what was that captain showed up there?
Chaos.
Captain Chaos, Jerry, they helped me out in my booth here. It was really appreciated. Thank you to all of you guys here. But I think that because we had the festival last year, it started to develop people's ideals here. Yes, Lester's Backyard, we got the Urban Activity Coffee and Wine Bar is going to show up there later this year, which is Tony Rigiano, is that how you say it? Ritigliano. Not good with names. He used to run downtown Arlington management, but he stopped that. Him and his wife are going to build a coffee and wine bar, whatever you want to call it, there on East Main Street, which I think is cool because, you know, I like coffee, I like wine, I think it's going to be really good. So we're going to actually have a street with more than one place to have live music, food, things like that. Division Breweries over there, they have live music at least twice a week. Wade bought the old Cosmic Crow. Now I saw this week had the band playing inside. I think the ultimate ideal is to have a record store there. But he wants to keep that little alley so you can have live music there. If you've not been there, you should check it out on a Thursday or Saturday. A lot of great local, original bands. It can be anything from a folk acoustic artist to, you know, experimental music. He has a little bit of everything there. Victor's played there. It's fun. Wade is a musician himself, and it's really cool to see that vibe in that little alley here. So hopefully with that, the Maverick, Lester's Backyard, Live Oak, Urban Academy Coffee and Wine Bar, there's going to be an actual street in Arlington. You can walk up and down and see a real, honest to goodness, music scene here. I think that's all I'm going to have. We got the Craft Yard showing up too, which is the Urban Union, which is on the north side of the tracks on Front Street, where Legal Draft is. They're going to have Legal Draft. They're going to have the Craft Yard, which is going to be a chef-tailored restaurant here. They've got several other projects in the works there too. So on the north side of the tracks of East Main Street, we're going to have a lot of activity happening too in the next year or two. I think it's really going to make downtown completely different in a couple of years. With that, we'll give it to you. Nope. Bro.
I'm gonna do a no microphone too, guys. So quick, just about me and my background. I grew up in Grapevine, Texas, in a music business family. I'm a third generation talent buyer, booking agent, event producer. I went to college in Santa Fe. I started concert promoting over there. Did pretty well for a couple of years and came home to work for my family's business. That time we booked the Horseman Club in Fort Worth, Dan Silverleaf and Andy's Bar in Denton. Did that for a few years. I moved into the operations side of clubs for a few years. Then went on my own as just a straight booking agent representing bands only for a handful of pretty decent regional acts. And then I got this job in 2014 with this company that's called Avalon Productions, which is spelled A-F-A-L-L-O-N, so it looks like A Fallon or Avalon or something else. If you've seen it anywhere, you probably have your own pronunciation in your head. But, I was hired by them to take over the Live Oak Music Hall in Fort Worth. They sort of stumbled into owning that venue. So we took it over, turned it around. It was in a bad spot. We just recently had our lease quadruple in Fort Worth at that location. Have you guys ever been there? I know Spinny Baby's been there. I know Evelyn's been there. Nobody else? So anyway, we shut that location down and we're opening a new one here on East Main that David has already mentioned. What the Live Oak is a listening room music venue. It's generally an adult-oriented venue, focusing on seated shows, a lot of singer-songwriter type of stuff. Probably leans a little rootsy, but still very eclectic. We've had Sandy Baby at least once, more than once, I think.
I played there twice.
Twice. We did a lot of stuff focusing on local rock acts. We did a lot of hip hop. We did a lot of jazz. We did a lot of classical and chamber music. But in general, very rootsy Americana singer-songwriter focused, high ticket price seated show, non-smoking, early show starts on time type of a vibe, which also has a rooftop bar, which features free live music every night of the week. That will be here in this location also. Then across the street from that, which would be next door to Division Brewing, if any of you guys have been there, that will be our other concept we're opening on East Main called Lester's Bar, which will be a majority outdoor bar with a stage, live music most nights of the week, light food, casual atmosphere. That place, Lester's, will open in September, hopefully, and the Live Oak will hopefully open in early 2018. We're working on all of it.
What do you think that's going to do to Arlington music figure? Do you think it's going to bring more people in? It's going to actually recognize what's going on here?
So what's going to happen is more, our focus is about downtown Arlington in particular. Our company is incredibly invested in downtown Arlington. The East Main project as a whole is largely our company's concept and money making it happen. So a great deal of those properties that are on East Main that are being converted into entertainment space are our properties. So we're doing those two bars, the Urban Alchemy bar, we're the landlords for that, the coffee and wine bar. On the other side of Division Brewing, there's another spot that will be some kind of a cultural or nightlife oriented business. We don't know what it'll be yet, but that's our property to control. There's a few other spots on East Main that are still, we're going to see what happens with them. The idea is to create synergy there. Our owners are longtime Arlington guys, downtown Arlington guys. Our office is this big black building across the street, the two-story building in front of the pinnacle, in front of the city tower. They've been there since the 90s. So they wanted to move the Live Oak to Arlington, and our sort of problem is there's no place with synergy really, but we happen to have this strip in between what's going on in Division with the Urban Union, and then there's East Main is right there, and then there's where we are right here. So if we fill in that gap, we have basically,
You're actually going to have Abrams here between Gilligan's, this place where the Twisted Roots here. Walk one block over, you got East Main Street. You don't get hit by the train. You got Front Street and everything else. So you're actually going to have a 3-block.
From here, you have 3 blocks north that are flanked by several blocks in one direction or the other of all nightlife type stuff. So when you look at this whole picture in a year or two from now, you will see that an actual place has been created. And cities that have a good music scene tend to have a place, not a venue. I don't think that the Live Oak is going to come in and make Arlington the most killer music scene.
I think that's one of Arlington's problems.
Right.
Diamond Gyms on the far east side, you got something on the far west side, well, over here on the south side. I had a club crawl last year. It's like, oh, we got to drive? Because there was no place you could walk to 3 bars.
We have the same problem in Fort Worth, which is where a lot of our work is focused. We also book shipping and receiving in Fort Worth Live. We look at venue in Mansfield. We do a lot of work in Fort Worth, though. That's the same. Fort Worth has a music scene that's gaining notoriety, but it doesn't have a cohesive, walkable music scene type area, which I don't know if what we're doing is going to become that or not, but at least there will be a handful of places where you could go bar hop and just see music.
It has a potential. I mean, the East Main Street is not a main street like Adrian or Division, so you can actually walk. You can develop the sidewalk and everything else where you're not going to worry about traffic. So I think that's a benefit to you.
Well, our intention would be as early as next summer to have the actual street of East Main closed and for pedestrian-only type of events as often as possible. Hopefully at least 1 or 2 days a week, all from spring through fall. Because if you haven't, I don't know if you've been there or not, it's a dead end on both sides. So it's 2 or 3 blocks that it's no problem if we want to have a crafts fair in the street every weekend, we will. So that will be doing that, and we'll be coordinating with the Urban Union people just north of the train tracks, because they have a space like that also. So there will be pedestrian type stuff that's utilized more than just businesses and buildings. A lot.
Yes, and then on the north side, that goes from Legal Drive, actually just east of Legal Drive, almost all the way to the Grease Monkey.
Right.
It's pretty much going to be redirected as an entertainment center for, I mean, they are, Brian Dotson working on that part there, so.
Yeah,
a lot of big people on that side.
So to make everything work together. I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited to be here. I'm happy to be at this thing, and thank you for David for giving me the opportunity to come and meet everybody. Like I said, I'm new to Arlington. I'm not new to the Metroplex or the mid cities, but I got a lot to learn about who's making stuff happen here and where the places to go are and all that stuff. So everybody for sure come say hi and give a hand for Evelyn. Feel very nice. Yeah, anybody else question I'll answer.
You want a CD?
Yeah, you can throw me CDs. I also have cards. I mean, to be honest, I don't have a CD player, so a card and a link is probably better.
Okay, well, I can send you files too.
Yeah, that'd be better. So you guys just come hook up with me. I got cards. I'll give you. You got email.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for speaking. Like I said, I think the mentality in Arlington in 2 or 3 years is going to be a lot different. The culture, the ideal that we actually have music, we can walk from one club to a restaurant to whatever. It's going to change the dynamics of how people see Arlington. People might stay here and enjoy what we have, because we have a lot of great musicians in town. We need places for them to play, and we need the people to know about where it's at. So what I'm going to talk about now is that's what Arlington Nights is supposed to be about. Like the page, even if you love music, there's no place you can find where the music's at in Arlington. I've said this 1,000 times. Call Jay Gilligan's, you might know who's playing, you look at Forward Weekly, there's nothing in Arlington. So that's the whole idea of making Arlington nice. So check it out. Release it every afternoon at 12:15. We'll post who's playing that night. We've got the event page of what we know is playing that weekend. So you know what's playing in town. Tell everyone. We got almost 5,000 people on the Facebook page. There's almost 400,000 people in Arlington. We got a lot of work to go. So if people knew where the music was at in Arlington, they would come to it. Live Oak does a great job promoting in Fort Worth. You're in the Fort Worth Weekly. You've got a calendar. You post it. People know about it. That's what we're working on with Casey here. Change the mentality of the clubs to get them to say, maybe if I told more people we had music, more people come buy a beer, we got more people in the club, I'm making more money. Yeah, we could do that. But we haven't been able to get that culture to change there. Diamond Jim's, they got a marquee, thank goodness. You know, it's one of the 2 bars in town with a marquee. And they put a calendar out there. And they promote the stuff. And Jerry will put it on every single Facebook group page you can find. Here's who's playing this weekend. That's at least doing what you need to do, doing the legwork here. Some clubs don't do that. Some clubs say, manager lost a piece of paper. We had no clue what band's showing up. I've heard that. I had no idea. Yo, what's your name? That's what playing. I mean, it's... And we call the club every single week for 4 years now, so... Tell people about Arlington Nights, spread the word, share it to your friends. The more people know about it, the more people will stay in town, the more people will say, oh, Road Radio is playing Stumpy's. I think we'll check them out. Because they're a fun band, in case you hadn't seen Road Radio there. When are you going to get your stilts back out? By the way. When? Some of those old videos got stilts on here.
They're broke, yeah, that time fix them. I don't want to break his neck, so.
So, but there's a lot of cool music here, and that's the problem. People don't know where it's at. So let's work on, help me spread the word about Arlington Nights. Unless you got someplace else where everyone knows where the music's at, I think this is a place. Chat and do, which is what we're here doing today. Thank you for being here. There's thousands of musicians in Arlington, and we got a dozen. There's something wrong with that picture, because the ideal is when Denton had 2 bars shut down this last year, they freaked out. They had a town hall meeting. It was all everything else. We're losing business, and the musicians was cared so much they stopped everything and had a town hall meeting and said, what can we do to keep the music here in Denton? I'm thinking, I'm doing this every month. How come they're on TV? We're doing this. This is what this should be about. This place should be having 100 musicians in here saying, we want to be a part of this. We want to network. We want to help. We want to get the clubs doing what we're doing. We want to be on the same page. So tell people about the Chattanooga. I got lots of cards here. Next one's going to be at the Maverick. It's going to be August 6th. We got Trip Weather is playing a duo, piano and a keyboard and a singer. We got Robert Shepard, is the bass player for the Brad Thompson Band, which is playing tomorrow night at 11. He is also on the Arlington City Council. I won't tell you all that stuff, but he's part of the politics here. So hopefully next month we'll get an insight on why the city, or how the city can help us out a little bit more, which I'm looking forward to that part there. Any questions? Any ideas? We're going to have 100 people here next month?
Yeah.
I'd like to talk if you
Yes.
don't mind. I'm going to take the stage if you don't mind.
Come on.
Okay.
You said you was going to do it?
Yeah.
I'm getting thirsty too hard.
So, I would like to start off by singing a song for you guys. I'm just kidding, but so I spent June really not playing any gigs or anything. I was very careful about it because this whole year I've just been gigging and every week and gigging and gigging. It's been wonderful. However, I wanted to take June to really learn about my community and learn about the music communities. And especially last night I actually played in Denton, and I thought about what makes Denton such a great music place. They're always having us up there. They're always inviting us to shows. And I wondered why. Arlington is really nice to us as well, and they invite us to play. But the community in Denton is just a lot warmer. And that's not to say Arlington is not doing Arlington is doing a bad job or anything. It's just that there's just a better, I guess I'm going to steal your word, there's a better synergy. There is a small organization called the Dentonites, kind of like Arlingtonites, and what they do is they have one person for every specific job, and then they have people who are running open mic nights, and people who are doing house shows. But the thing is that they're together. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, they are one unity. That's what makes them so powerful. Here, we have a bunch of different people who run open mic nights, do booking, but we're all spread out. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We're not together. So what happens is you feeling like, let's say I have an open mic night and people are not really showing up or doing anything. It's because I'm not networking enough. So what I've been doing, what I'm going to be trying to do, is I'm going to be hosting some open mic nights at my house, maybe some house parties. Because what I like about Denton, what I've learned from them, is they start at the bottom. You guys are wanting everybody to be at the venues, to make it really fun and exciting, but it starts at the bottom sometimes. Does that make sense? You get the good musicians, you build that community, become like a family. And then we go to the venues. Does that make any sense? And trying to see how that's going to go. And I invited a bunch of musicians from the DFW area. And then once I get in contact with those people, then I have more people that I can not necessarily use, but I can kind of push to I can influence where I want them to go. Does that make any sense? So I just want to give that idea that if we do want this to work, we really need to become a family. Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. So my name is Victor. Find me on Facebook. Add me to whatever social media you want, and let me know when you're doing stuff. And also, one more thing I want to share with you guys. You really we need to play off each other's strengths. For example, you guys work more on I would say on the heavier side of music, right?
Well, I mean, I'm a metal guy personally, but the club is definitely not a metal club. It's thought of.
We fight it.
We thought, obviously if I'm involved, we're thought of as metal, and that's how it is. I'm cool with that, but I mean we are a live music venue.
Do you guys have a community within your genre?
Absolutely. Sure we do. And the metal community has really stepped up and supported down the gyms. We had a rough show one time in the March a year or two ago, and things didn't go well. The fucking roof caved in and everything, man. So we had to gain the trust back of the metal community. They're supporting us real
Metal,
well.
yeah, metal people are pretty solid.
They'll either show up. They'll show up or they won't, man. If they like you, they'll show up. If they don't like you, they'll blow you off. It'll be crickets, man.
Yeah,
They'll
it's
blow
true.
you off quick as hell.
It's true. Since I play more experimental rock, I found it a little bit more harder because I can't go to a person and say, yeah, we play rock music, because it's not necessarily in that vein. But like I said, when I'm starting to build that community, and the last time we played here at Division Brewery, like, we had a really great turnout. So I just like, whatever genre that you guys are doing or anything, kind of play to your strengths, and let's just network a lot better. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Also, one more thing I want to share, if that's okay. Do you guys mind? Okay, I hope I'm not wasting your time. But I really appreciate what she's doing right now, because that's what they do all the time. If you, like, I follow all the Denton people. They're doing like, there's a guy who really enjoys electronic music, so he just sets up one place and he puts Facebook Live, and then he's just spinning away. Is anybody there? No, but in the social media, it looks like he's doing a lot of work. Does that make sense? It appears that way, and this is kind of what my generation is a lot about appearances, and it's sad, but at the same time, it's what looks good and what looks successful, and then they believe that it's successful, and then they come to stuff. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, just things to keep in mind, like, be very aware on social media on what you're doing, and it sucks, because sometimes it feels very fake, but it is very successful. What he was saying is a great point, and so thank you for doing that as well. Appreciate you. That's about it. I hope I've given you guys some ideas.
And small piggyback off what the gentleman said about being a family and networking. I started as a musician way back in the day, Joe's Garage. That's where I cut my teeth and grew up in the 90s. Matt Hatter's on Magnolia, spent a lot of time in the metal scene there. And then you grow up, you have a family, and then Evelyn started her thing, and I was like, all right, you know, I'm liking this. And between the shit of social media and how this whole thing works, what David is doing is beyond amazing. When Evelyn started playing and I'm looking for places for her to start cutting her teeth, is when I stumbled upon Arlington Nights. And to have one place to see everything that is happening in your local community, and you're not having to, like you said, Forwards Weekly, nice paper, lots of advertising, but they don't talk about our community. That's Fort Worth, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's why it's called Forwards Weekly, not the Arlington Weekly. So what David is doing in his own spare time too, because I'm trying to think that he's not heavily compensated for his efforts. I'm very
T-shirt, I appreciate it.
Right, yeah, we got t-shirts, yeah. I'm very appreciative, and that's where Evelyn started finding these open mic nights, and then it does trickle down into becoming a family, just like you said. Is anybody familiar with Tristan McGinnis, who hosts the open mic here on Wednesday nights? Really good, really talented musician. Gave Evelyn a shot to do open mic night, and then that grew into a friendship where, playing on strengths, becoming a family, he let her open up at World of Beer recently. World of Beer in South Arlington is not going to give a 14-year-old girl showtime.
It was a good show too.
Thank you. But Tristan said, let's do this as a team. You bring your following to see me. My following will be there to see you. And if they like what they see, then we'll keep on doing this. So if Evelyn's able to bring another 30 or 40 people to see this guy, and vice versa, play to the strengths, be a family, be a network. Don't be so self-centered that you don't think that other people can bring something to your show. And that's how it works. And then I think in the long run, it benefits everybody. And you have more of a turnout, more chances to show people your talent. It gives World of Beer more beer sales, which is, when the smoke clears, what it's all about. It's the one lesson I teach my kids. It's all about the money. You can sugarcoat it all you want. It's all about the money. For certain people, not for necessarily musicians, but play your strengths, be a family, don't be jealous, don't be self-centered, play to each other's strengths, and and stick together. We're all we have, you know. And David, wow. 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 Well done, David.
Yeah, I think.
Michael. Actually, my next topic was going to be networking, believe it or not. Thank you there. Which is what Arlington needs. I think there's a lot of thought to not just the music, the art, everything else in Arlington. There's a lot of things happening here, but we have to connect the dots together and say, hey, we're doing open mics, like I said. We're doing the house shows here. We're doing the dive bars here. Let's all work together on one page here. Now, the clubs might think you're competing against each other, but to me, you're actually helping each other. It's like, man, that was cool. We went to Live Oaks this weekend, but we saw down here that they have some music at the Mavericks. We go there next weekend, but you're still coming back to that vicinity. You're still in the scene. You're still here in Arlington. And you see back and forth. If you know who's playing, you come back and do this and do that. It might not be every time, which is what most clubs won't. They want the business every time. It's not going to happen. They'll come here one time, they may never come back. But if they know there's something good next door, hey, we'll go eat at Twisted Burger. We'll walk down the street. There's some good music at Jay Gilligan. We'll check it out tonight. Oh, we'll walk across the street. We got some music at Live Oaks. I think that's what we need. As far as the networking, I think the musicians here, and I hope everyone gets to meet everyone when we're done here. That's a really cool band with a harp. If you haven't seen a rock band with a harp player, you got to check them out. I'll tell you that for sure here. We got the younger generations, we got the older musicians, we got parts, we got some, I don't know what you want to call road radio.
Musicians.
It feels really good, by the way. Casey snuck in on us. He's got a great band, Super Lotus. Got a lot of good musicians here, but we need to get all the musicians working on the same page, networking. I don't know why the whole bands aren't here. I don't know all of the musicians aren't here because, like I said, Denton has this. It's a network here, and that's what we need to do. When you go out there and say, hey, this was a cool meeting here. We got some good music from everyone here. Got to meet some nice people here. Got to enjoy a little bit of discussion here. That's really what we need to do. So next month we'll have a lot more people, a lot more musicians that actually care. I don't know if they've given up or what, but we need to get them here because I'm not giving up. I don't like TV as my slogan. I don't go home and watch TV after I work my 50 hours a week. I go home and say, we need to get more people in Arlington here. So that's what I do here.
Yep.
Network. Facebook, Facebook Live, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is. Let's do that. I got my webpage been redesigned in a couple months. I should start having it to where people actually go to Google Analytics, whatever, and actually see stuff in Arlington tonight. So hopefully that will help too here. And the last thing I would really like to talk about, I have a Facebook group called Arlington Music Scene. If you have any suggestions, like Victor had, go to my Arlington Music Scene Facebook page. Just put it out there. See if the musicians say something. And they say music sucks in Arlington. Maybe people will tell why. Maybe people will get off on that and see, well, here's what we should do. I mean, I think it's a group discussion page where the musicians should actually use it instead of just crickets, unless, you know, Jerry over there promoting all the shows at Diamond Gym, which is cool because someone's actually using the page to try to promote the music. But if you have an idea how to get more people involved, hey, we're going to have shut down the streets, whatever it's going to be, any ideas about music, put it on that page. So let's get the musicians involved. That would be a daily thing musicians could be involved in, not just once a month or networking. That's have an idea. Hey, put it on the Arlington Music Scene and see what the other musicians say, see what the club owners say. Just check it out, use it. I don't use it as much as I want to, but use the page, see what happens. Get the feedback off of that. Get lots of negativity. But if you're like me, you take that negativity and say, well, you might have a point here or there. I'll work around that. I'll see what I can do to make it better.
We need to come up with a small group of people that have jobs to do in this group. Does that make any sense?
We kind of have that going. We've got it going, yeah.
They are working on it. You want to join the group?
Yeah. Sign me up. Let's get something going.
Okay. We're going for 6.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you guys need.
Yes.
Because the whole idea of Arlington is not a small city. Denton is a small city, by the way.
Yeah.
UTA has 36,000 kids in there. That's bigger than Austin when I went to school down there in the 80s. We got TCC with 16,000 kids. That's 15,000 plus college students here. I have no clue where they go here to music. 15,000 kids in a city of 380,000. The Cowboys, the Rangers, the Wings, Six Flags, General Motors here is the second biggest auto plant in the country. There's so much in Arlington here, but we have no music. Burleson has a better music scene than we do. Am I lying? You walk down the streets in Burleson, you hear music.
It's true.
So I should wait for sure. At that point, you know, like Columbia wants to come in and buy you. It's y'all's music. Turn that into my studio. And that's I don't even plan on being in Arlington. Each day, you know, it's like if I go like there's no reason for me to do that, you know, and it's actually like 5-7 years, and that's a good place to do. It's a good place for like our younger friends and sisters and brothers to bring their friends and like maybe I'll young adults, you know, like whatever, but I think that's something that's definitely see my friend Austin Leach does a 3x5. It's 3 artists, they have 5 songs that they talk about, usually in a living room or a coffee shop. But he likes to do it in Dallas, he likes to do it all over the place. Like he's also a Metro Arts, but for Arlington, I think we should come up and brainstorm like that, a similar model, right? Where like, if you want to be a part of this, man, I'm letting you know that like eventually I would employ you. You know, and you're going to be a promoting this is what we can do for you. This many posts a week. We're gonna have a badass website. We're gonna have a badass app to where, you know, we talk about like the day we got this ball rolling and now it's about like focusing and buckling down, and like I think that's why I'm here in this project, is to put it in a viable, like you get on Arlington tonight's big logo, you know exactly where you're at, you go to Dallas, you go to your venues, drop down menu, every venue that does business with us, we'll open it up Monday through Sunday, like on the day, and it gives you a little like side calendar as well. This will be more these things, so that's that. I think it's the missing piece to the puzzle. It's like in the Vegas, you're gonna have to put the money. I'm sorry, but like nothing can change until somebody takes a step up. We're not gonna start going. And us as employees, we're not gonna make shit to begin with. It's not about that. It's about getting the seat off the ground with your gas, essentially. And if you want to have a few beers to be covered, I can't be sure that's that. But the more venues we get, the more people we get on board. But then like the requirements of your job will also change to best tailored to the community. For instance, like the open mic, I run an open mic once a month in On Tap right here on the square, which is not too by the way. Yeah, that's even once a month. You know, I have a good turnout once a month. But I'm afraid that if I did it twice, there wouldn't be a turnout.
No, you're right.
You
You're
know?
making that scarcity happen.
Exactly.
It'd be crazy.
And there's an urgency to get there, and so I know that. And there's a lot of other places. We've just been doing this once a week here. He's actually developed a really good following, but some days I'm coming here.
Yeah, have you been to opening bell on Dallas?
Maybe I haven't.
Well, anyways, this place, I was blown away because I got there at 6:32, 17